G'day guys, welcome back to another review. In today's video we're going to be talking about this Brinyte XP22. Now, full disclosure from the start, Brinyte did reach out to me and ask if I did want to review a torch. It wasn't this torch, so they sent me another one, the picture of another one, and went, hey, do you want to review this? And I was like, oh, well, you know, it's just a bloody torch. I've already done a bloody torch review before. It was almost the same thing, and I was like, oh, it doesn't really interest me. Had a quick look at their website, found this thing, and thought, hey, that's different. I will have a look at that one, because it looks quite interesting. It's a Picatinny rail mounted light. Has a Picatinny rail mount on the bottom, which we'll get into in a second, but I thought that one would be more applicable to you guys, my viewers. So instead of taking just the normal torch, I figured I'd give this one a whirl. So we'll kind of go through a little bit of an unboxing kind of thing. So the box itself, I don't know why people really bloody, into it, but the box is really nice. Some people, I think they feel that if the box is nice, then the product's good quality or something. But yeah, look, the box is really good. Look, it's even got a bloody QR code on the back. How good is that? Yeah, look, it's a Chinese company from however the bloody hell you pronounce that. So what it is, it's a dual head torch, right? It's called a scorpion because, it looks like a bloody scorpion, doesn't it? So it's a dual head torch. It's supposed to go on the top. I'm assuming that's where I would put it anyway, on the top of a rail. So your non-master hand would be on the front there, and you press the momentary button, and holy crap, that is bright. It's blowing out my camera. So you've got dual heads, and they're LED heads. You have a little charging port in the middle. You have a little light there that comes on when you're charging it, so it tells you whether it's charging or whether it's full. As I said, it's got a pick rail attachment in the bottom there, so it does have a recoil lug there as well as the crossbar. So it actually does fit quite nicely, and they even give you a spare recoil lug. Now, it's actually very well made. That's an aluminium body. I was expecting it to be plastic, but it's not. So full metal body. I think these front caps here are plastic, but everything else is fully aluminium, including the recoil lug and everything. It's built pretty bloody solid. It's actually not that heavy either. We get this bloody brochure, shows a couple of their other products. We've got a card that's thanking you for buying it or whatever. That QR code takes you to their website again. It's written in Comic Sans, which is my most hated font in the world. Thanks very much. Here's the manual for the light itself. Now, I thought this was broken when it rocked up in the mail because it is actually in safe mode when you first get it. So to take it out of safe mode, you have to press and hold the button for 5 to 10 seconds, then release, and then you can press it again, and then it will go into normal use. Now, I thought it was broken, so I actually emailed them back and I was like, oi. And they're like, oh, actually, you're just dumb. It's in safe mode. However, the manual doesn't say anything about safe mode, so I thought I'd mention that then. If you do get one of these, it is in safe mode. The charger is actually pretty cool. So it's just a little magnetic doohickey with a little plunger thing, and it goes essentially just on the front there like that. Now, as I said, it does have a light on the front. So when it's charging, it's orange, and when it's full, it's green. Or is it red and green? I can't even remember now. It's been a while since I've charged this, and it's still going pretty strong. Now, what do they reckon about this? It's 1300 lumens, which doesn't really tell you much because torches, you should probably be going off candela and not lumens, but that's all right. They reckon it's got about 260 meters of throw. Now, here's some footage of me firing it down the street. That green sign you can see on the right-hand side is actually about 200, 250-ish. It's not the best lit, but yes, it does light it up. So for what this is designed for, this would be excellent on like a 22 or something if you're doing rabbit hunting and you wanted a top-mounted torch just to illuminate 100 meters or so for plinking rabbits and whatever. This would be awesome because it's very small. It's a lot smaller than some of the other lights you will get from like O-Light or whatever. Very small, very light, and it won't get in your way. I do also like the fact of where that switch is back here. So let's talk about the switch a little bit more. If you quick click it, it will go on. Quick click it, it'll go off. And if you press and hold, it'll be on true momentary. Now let's compare this to a very similar product, the O-Light. Now, O-Light have a very good reputation for being excellent torches. This is pretty cool. Now, obviously this has a laser in it, whatever. We're not going to talk about the laser, we're talking about the torch itself. Now, this is also rated at 1350 lumens. This is actually rated higher than this. However, this is not as bright as this. I think this is also like twice the price of this. This has got the same thing, so click, it's on, click, it's off, push and hold, it's momentary. Being that this OLED is 1300 lumens, you would assume that they would be the same brightness, but they're actually not. The XP22 has a lot more throw. The light beam from the XP200 seems a lot more focused and less spill out to the edges, which is kind of what you want from a light where you're going to be looking at, you know, a target or a rabbit or whatever. This one here seems to be designed for something a hell of a lot closer, and obviously on the Olight website they do say this is for like a pistol mount, like a Glock or whatever. It's probably good for that, but you know, I'm not shooting rabbits with a Glock, am I? So I bought this and I've used it a couple of times and I don't actually really like it that much. This, on the other hand, I feel is a lot more usable for what I would do with it, being that it will go on a 22. So my 22 is about to go into a chassis. That chassis has an NV hood with a pick rail on top. So this is going to go directly on top of the rifle. So where your leading hand is, and you can just hit that button. So I think that's pretty cool. So there you go. That's the XP22. I don't want to crap on too much about it. It's a torch. Like, you can't really, how long can you make a review on a torch? So thanks very much to Brinyte for sending that out. I will leave a link in the description if you're interested. Anyway, I'll catch you next video, and hooroo.